Hey you guys, okay, I am so excited today. You're getting kind of a little like twofer, little fun handbag video slash story time of an adventure, a wild and crazy adventure that one of my Chanel bags went on, which I think is kind of entertaining. So maybe you should just sit back and relax because we're gonna talk about all kinds of stuff today. So I love how much you guys love handbag videos. I really love them. I've really always, over the 10 years that I've done this, from the beginning, when I have done handbag videos, you guys really respond and you really like them. And I always really like talking about them. It's just something that I enjoy, something that is interesting to me. And I love to be able to help you guys maybe make some decisions, or if you just were curious about something, maybe you can, maybe you can check it out. So today we are going to talk about this bag, my new Gucci little medium, whatever it's called. I'm going to link to it below because it's called a few different things, and I was confused to which size it was, but I will link to the exact one. This color is very hard to find, as I have found lately. They have a beautiful like rosy nude color, which is amazing, which I kind of want like a tiny version of, but we're gonna go in because this bag is really kind of I would say it's unique. It has the look and the style of like kind of a flat bag, but then it's got this handle, so it has that classy feel of a flat bag. It's got this handle, like a little top handle, satchel-y type vibe, but then you can carry it like this and it's just perfect. But there's a few things that are a little off. I don't want to say off, but things that I'm still kind of bonding with. I feel like lately I have gotten a few different bags. So when I talked about that Antigona bag, kind of told you guys that I got these around the same time, and I feel like I kind of didn't get to bond fully with this one because I really fell in love with that one. But they're just very different. The Antigona is kind of a duffel. It's like a duffel-y style bag. Whereas this one is all the things that I said before. So while the Antigona does come in a light color like that, which that was the whole reason that I got that, was because I was missing some of that color in my collection. I didn't have a silver, I didn't have a light color, and sometimes, like especially in the summer and the spring, even in the winter, I'm a white denim, light color type person, and I'll be honest with you, I love carrying a black bag and any kind of bag, brown, anything like that, but I just really wanted one that was lighter so I could kind of do the whole vibe. But so that's kind of where those came in. We'll get into it. I'm gonna kind of go through it and give you guys an overview, but I'm not gonna get into like the what's in my bag portion of it because I already did that with the Antigona. I really do want to kind of review it and give it a good little review. But I also want to tell you guys a little story. This little guy went on a wild adventure. If you guys have seen on Instagram, you've seen me carry this. I've never done like a video on this bag. I think I showed it in my purse collection video. But I really love, out of all my little Chanel bags, I really love this one. Something about this one is just cute, perfect little, I love this bag so much. I'll tell you about the little adventure he went on because it kind of has to do with this one. I'll explain, kind of, I don't know. So let's just get into it. This bag, I say I didn't really get to bond with fully because I am the type that I'll get a bag and I'll carry it for months. I don't like to have a bunch of different things that I'm switching in and out of based on outfits because a lot of my things are pretty classic. Even that hot pink Chanel bag, you could wear it with anything, but it's small, you know what I mean? Like there's a time and a place, and I'm a mom, I have to have a lot of things in my bag. So I like to have bags that are cute, that have like a style to them. I don't want to just be carrying like a giant tote, which love that, live for some totes. But I like to have one that's practical, that will hold all my stuff. And for a very long time, I've been carrying that Gucci, the big black one that has, kind of the same vibe, big tote. And I'd carried that for like, I want to say like a year. I don't know if it was that long, but I was just carrying nothing but that bag and I loved it so much. And I just was ready for, I'm like, I need a different color. I need a lighter color. I need something because this bag is like, I'm going to trash it if I keep carrying it. But what I loved about it was that it was so durable. It still looks brand new. And so I kind of really fell in love with that. And I thought, well, I'll look into these, I'll look into other styles. And so that's kind of where this came about. And then I saw the silver Antigona. And then it was like done. I was toast, and I can't buy any handbags ever again. I'm kidding. But okay, so let's talk about this one. So what I love about it, I'm going to share, I kind of explained to you guys what made it a little bit special. It has the classy vibe of a satchel. Kind of has that little business look, but then it's very kind of classy, like flap looking bag. You can take these off of it and have, an even different kind of vibe. Or you can carry it like this. So I love that no matter what I'm doing, I can, you know, I can grab it and just kind of quickly, you know, get out and carry like that. It's very comfortable. I'm not having to like wedge like two thicker straps on like a duffel style bag, kind of like the Antigona, or like a Speedy-ish type of bag, like a small like duffel. You know what I'm trying to say. This is different, so I like that they're different, that they're different styles. I'm going to an event soon. It's like a work type thing, but I'm gonna be dressed cute. I may not want to be carrying like a giant tote or even like a big boxy duffel. I want something that's gonna be cute, looks, you know, great with a dress or whatever, but something that's also big enough that I can put things in, you know, that I need. So I love that you could kind of carry it, you know, without this. I'm trying to like keep it in the frame. Carry it like without the straps, but then the straps themselves are very pretty. They're like kind of half chain, so they lay really nicely, but then they've got the comfortable, you know, leather that I think is really important if you're gonna like carry it and have it be comfortable. It hits you just right. It's not a super stark white, as you can see, against my jeans. So it's a little different than anything that I have, which I like. I think it's pretty with the stitched in leather. The back of it has a heart, whereas my tote has like, you know, the Gucci logo. So I was kind of excited about that. I thought that was really cute. Now, sometimes, you know, like when you carry a bag, you bond with it immediately. The Antigona was like that. I carried it and I was like, oh yes, like everything about it was great. Sometimes, you know, like I was saying in that video, if you want to see like a good video on that, you can check that out. But I really loved it. I really fell in love with it. And what's funny is I got this one first, and when I tried, like just a couple days before the other one, when I tried this one on, I was like, oh my gosh. It like instantly pulled my outfit together. It visually looked very good. The same with the Antigona, but something about the Antigona, I just went ahead and carried it and just really kind of bonded with it. And I didn't really do that with this one. I carried it a few times, but now I'm really getting into carrying it, and I'm discovering a few things that drive me nuts about it, which I think it's important to know if you are gonna get something like this. And I'm getting used to it. It's just a different type of bag. So anyways, this sometimes freaks me out because I'll just like go to rip it open and it is latched. You have to press this little button, you know, my Chanel bags, like the boy bag's easy, it's very smooth. If the Chanel flat bags, you can just flap them over and it just catches on the little thing. You don't even have to twist it. This one, you really do have to, you know, you have to find the thing. And once you find it, it goes in very smooth. But this sometimes trips me up when I need to get into it. I'm like trying to get my finger under there, and because it's a little thing, you have to kind of press the leather. So I really hope that the leather doesn't get worn there. I am totally like, listen, bags are not magic. When people say that's gonna get worn, of course it is. It's white or it's leather. If you touch it, you know, over time, let's keep it like on the shelf its whole life, it's gonna get something on it. I don't know, you gotta enjoy it. Things should not fall apart, but you gotta be realistic. So sometimes I think it's a little silly when people have unrealistic expectations, but I have been really impressed with the black one and how the leather's held up. It's this very soft looking leather, but it's very durable. Like you could even run your fingernails across it, something could hit it. Just this, even touching it, and I feel like it's the type of leather that's not so like some of these Chanel bags that feel kind of like transfers easy, or they kind of feel like they're more porous, you know, like they're very soft, but this one I feel like it's a little shinier, a little smoother, so it might repel things, or you could wipe things off of it. I don't know, it won't absorb your oils as much, like from your fingers when you touch it, so that's important. The good thing is too, is if you're carrying it on the strap, you can just flap it over and it will not gape open because it's tapered. You see it's tapered in like this. It doesn't have a huge mouth at the top that can just gape open. Like you can literally nothing you could ever put in this would make it gape open. This bag has everything in it and a little more than I had in my Antigona. So even if you pull it open, you physically can't make it gape open. Like this is pretty tight. It's cinched right here. If you guys know what I mean, it sometimes makes it even hard to get into. Like sometimes I really have to, you know, get in there, and it's fine because I'd rather have that than have everything fall out or have my things gaping open. But yeah, you can just do that and go, and it's fine. However, if you hold the top of it, it's going to just kind of go like that. It's not going to make it fall open. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's impossible. You could not do that with this bag. So it's kind of good, you know, if you're not super careful about, okay, I've got to be fiddly and, you know, let me hold on, guys. Like you check out and you're like, hold on, let me put my bag together. You know, you don't have to do that. So I like that. I think I'm still kind of getting used to that because sometimes I'm like, let me latch the bag. I don't realize you don't always have to. Like you could do it later and it's just easy. It does have two little slip pockets at the front which holds a phone, and this one is my phone. I need to get a new phone. I use Brad's a lot like for photos and stuff, but you know, this is kind of an older version of one of the pluses, and even the bigger ones now are smaller, and it fits in the side, so that's good. But sometimes I worry, like when I reach in there, because it's so tight, that my ring is gonna scratch it, which I have definitely done. But you can't, it's not crazy, you know what I mean? And then it's got a big zip pocket. And the back where I keep like my Blotterazzi is in there, my, you know, my makeup in a pen or something silly. So I do feel like it's gonna hold up well. It does not have feet on the bottom. That kind of worries me sometimes. If I'm out somewhere, I'll just sit it next to me. I don't sit on the floor or anything like that. I mean, you do want to be careful about that. But the good thing is it's comfortable. You could literally just like put it around you like this if you were at a restaurant where you know how sometimes like we've all been there, like there's literally no place to put your bag. Just put it like that and you can like stick it beside you. I mean, I've never worn it crossbody, but you certainly could if you're okay with this like poking you in all the wrong places. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you just had to get it around you or you were just like really just trying to make that happen, you could. So I do think it's practical. Something that when I look at it, it makes my outfits look pulled together. But something about the white, I just really did want a pretty white bag. I like that it's like a softer white that will literally go with anything. Talking about the feet on the bottom, yeah, it would be nice for like to be practical. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of like that it's not there because I like the look of it without it. You know what I mean? All right, do you want to hear a little story time with this one, you guys? If you're over it and you're like, okay, Tiffany, you've been yapping too long. Thank you so much for watching. But we're gonna continue with this. Okay, so this is so embarrassing, first of all. So this bag was missing for like 2 months. And it was like in lockup at a casino. No, I'm kidding. So what happened? This bag is, okay, so this bag's so, first of all, when I got it, it was brand new. It was so adorable. And I'm thinking, oh, it's just the perfect little, I think when I store it, I'm very careful. I put the chain inside of it, and then I pull it out a little so that, you know, it's not just all laying on the top, so that, you know, the weight's kind of off of it a little bit. You know, I have a little dust bag for it, but I really like to kind of just keep it, you know, out nicely, and, you know, it just looked so nice and perfect and just a little boxy and plump, and everything was just perfect. You know the feel, you know what I'm talking about. It was perfect. So, I mean, not that it doesn't look like that now, but it's got like all these little dent, like she saw some things, like she went through some stuff. Okay, so back in, I think it was August. Yeah, it was in August. We went to Biloxi for a beach wedding. Brad's sister got married. It was so much fun. It was gonna be really nice. And I thought, you know, if Brad and I go down to the casino or whatever, our whole family, like we were all kind of staying together, you know, grandparents were there, so we were gonna kind of switch off and all get to kind of have our own time. Olivia was there and she had a ball. But I thought if Brad and I ever go down to the casino, like I like a smaller bag. And I thought, you know, I wanna look cute, maybe I'll even wear this to the wedding, I don't know, which I didn't end up. I carried like a larger black bag. So I brought this. This will be a cute little one. It'll be kind of fun, very summery. I put this in its little dust bag that it came with. It's a little black, like Chanel dust bag. And when we unpacked, you know, we've got all of Olivia's stuff, we've got all of our stuff. Like, I didn't want to be living out of the suitcases, so I unpacked everything very nicely. Put the little bag on the shelf in the closet. Don't ever do that. It was like a dark hotel room, you know? It's like a dark, kind of like modern looking hotel room. Like, everything's dark in there. It's like little crevices. And then and I put that black bag on the top shelf of the closet. Okay, don't ever do that, first of all. I've learned a valuable lesson. So what had been going on, this was around the time we were getting my closet done. My closet was done for a long time, you know, for a while before I showed you guys and even moved in there. But it was kind of funny because for a while, I had that one hanging in our laundry room because I had been using it. And I had it sitting nicely. Like sometimes I had it sitting nicely like on the shelf. Sometimes I had the strap out of it and it was kind of hanging. This isn't a heavy bag. So it was just kind of hanging pretty, you know, and it was good and safe and all that. I remember for a while before the wedding, like there was like a week or so where it was hanging there. And then any other time it was on my shelf, like, you know, in the old closet. Like in the closet, it was just on the shelf where it went. So sometimes like my bags, because I was in this habit of leaving my bags kind of like in the laundry room so I could just switch out of them quickly. We have like an area that's kind of like a little mudroom area in the laundry room with like hooks and shelves and stuff. So they were kind of there. So it was bad because if I didn't see something in my closet, I just immediately thought, oh, those are like kind of in the mudroom. If I didn't see them down there, like in that little area, then I thought, oh, well, they're in my closet. So I have never lost a purse in my life. I've never lost a jacket. I've never misplaced sunglasses. I've never, now that I say that, have I? No. I did misplace a pair of reading glasses on a plane once, and that was devastating. I think that was like the only thing that I've ever lost like that. Like I've always been just very particular and like, you know, especially about something like this because I was so proud of it. I'm just, you know, a couple months later, it was literally October because the wedding was at the end of August. So we pack, we leave, and I remember the whole way home, I just remember thinking I've forgotten something. You know where I'm going with this. I had left it on that shelf, and, you know, I didn't realize that until I was putting things back together in the closet. I was kind of moving some things around. It was like the end of September, the 1st of October. Yeah, it was right the 1st of October. So I was only there for like maybe a month, which is still ridiculous. I was moving some stuff, organizing some stuff in the closet, just moving some things like up and, you know, kind of making things look pretty somewhat. And it was so crazy because I thought, oh, my little bag is upstairs. And I went upstairs and it wasn't up there. And I immediately thought, oh my God, it's in Biloxi. And I thought, oh my God, like I left it. And I remember seeing it on the top of that shelf, and it was just looked like a black bag, and I thought it was the hair. I think when we left, I thought it was the hair dryer, like in one of those bags, because it was right next to it, because there was also a hair dryer in a canvas bag up there too. So then I freak out, and I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe this. First of all, if you ever leave anything in a hotel room, they're going to take, I mean, people, especially, I hate to say this, but I mean, I hate to say that, but most of the time, people are just gonna take your stuff, and I hate to say that. I've said it like 14 times, so obviously I don't. But seriously, like, I mean, good luck getting anything nice back that you leave in a hotel room. So Brad calls the hotel, and like the people that run the hotel like kind of knew Brad's parents, and like, you know, because they had done the wedding there. And Brad's like freaking out, and the guy's like, no, you know, we don't have anything like that. And he like searched and lost and found, and I'm like, it is not there. Like, it's just not there. And so like, I think we even called someone that we knew personally there, like his dad knew somebody, I don't know. Nobody knew, nobody could find it. And then the guy calls back and he's like, we found it, you know, we found the bag. And I was like, oh, I was like yelling and all excited. And it was just, you feel so stupid because it's something nice. You feel like an idiot. You feel like, what are these people thinking? Literally, it wasn't the week after, the day after, on my way home, I'm calling saying, oh my gosh, I left the Chanel bag. It was literally like almost a month and a half later. I'm like, hey, so do you have that? It was awful. And it wasn't like I didn't miss it, or I just literally for months thought, it was like literally I thought of it after that so many times. If I didn't see it down in the mudroom, I thought it's in the closet. And then when I wouldn't see it in the closet, I would think it's in the mudroom. It made me feel crazy. The whole thing made me feel crazy. So it came back, and it was like all the chain was out, and it was like wrapped around it like this, you guys. And it was in the bag, and the bag was padded with hard, what's it called? Like that paper that's like cardboard paper. And so it's been through some things. Like, it has dents all over it now. It doesn't look bad from a distance. It still looks like a perfect little bag. But oh my gosh, like, I was just so happy to get it back. But part of me is like, it was weird that I mean, I'm so thankful. Like that they were so incredibly nice. I hate to say that because that's how people should be. You know, if you leave something, I mean, you shouldn't have to think people are going to take your stuff. But I can't believe I got it back. I still cannot believe I got it back. I feel like an idiot for leaving it. I do. You know, we were getting, there's no excuse, but it's like, there was a lot going on. We were getting to Olivia together, and you just, you know, especially when you have a child and stuff, you just don't, I don't know. It was just, it was crazy. And so I'm thankful that I got it back. It was a very nice hotel for them to, like, you know. But I almost think it's funny because they were like, no, it's not lost and found. I think we talked to a couple different people, and they're like, no, that's not here. And then the actual, like, one of the managers called and was like, no, we actually have that bag. So I don't know if it was like they had moved it, like, from lost and found, like, to a safe, or if someone had it and they were like, we need to give that bag back to that person. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's a weird story. Was it that exciting? Probably not. But oh my gosh, y'all. Hold on to your stuff, because if you were the most together, like, responsible person, if you, let me say, if you think you're the most together, responsible person with your stuff, with your everything together, anything can happen. You can forget things. So speaking of handbags, like, really take care of yours. I look at this little guy in a totally different way, and I'm like so thankful. And you know, he's got a few little bumps and bruises, but I'm just so happy to have him back. That was so, like, oh, it's just such a gross feeling to feel like you've, lost something like that. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching today. And I will definitely link to that bag, to the Gucci bag, because it is hard. Like I said, that color is hard to find. The size, when I've tried to link to the medium for you guys, it has been hard to find. So, and there's a few different types that are a little different. That one's kind of tapered, and I will find it. I will link to it for you. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.